I actually discovered the chat topic by accident because I was doing Doordash and I came upon an offer that had Fred Meyer listed. Now, if you know Fred Meyer is part of the Kroger family of grocery stores. So I thought it was a little weird. Why would I get a Fred Meyer order? Because I haven't had one in the 5 years that I've been doing DoorDash. So I thought that was a little weird. So I did a little research and I found out that as of October 1st, DoorDash joined Uber Eats and Instacart as the providers of grocery store deliveries for the Kroger, 2,700 Kroger stores. So I think overall this will affect Instacart people quicker than it will DoorDash because Instacart people are being directly affected. They're going to be losing a little bit of the piece of the pie. DoorDash people won't be really affected at all. At least not in the beginning. Because they're not having the pie taken out from them. They're actually, they're going to actually get a bigger piece of the pie. But I don't think this is all going to happen right away. I think it's going to be like a slow rollout. It's going to be probably 3 to 4 weeks before you really start seeing DoorDash drivers actually get some, before DoorDash drivers actually get some actual tangible regular deliveries from the Kroger stores. Now I have one Fred Meyer and I have 2 QFCs in my area. So I'll benefit some. But I kind of wonder how much Instacart people are going to lose out of this. Now, from what I understand, they provide, Kroger, all the Kroger stores provide Instacart with, I believe, 10% of their bottom line, which is just bonkers to think about. I mean, they're a Instacart is a $9.1 billion company, which means if they have 10% from Kroger, that means that they're providing $900 million worth of fees. Hello there. They're providing $900 million in fees, or whatever commissions or whatever it is. That's what Instacart is making off of Kroger. But I thought this was a unique topic because, I do this for a living. I've been doing delivery for 30 years. I've done work with Postmates, Caviar, Amazon, DoorDash, Roadie. I think that's about all I remember right now. What's up? I guess I'm more curious now as to how Instacart people feel about this potential, that the Kroger thing coming up. I'm really curious because I do think Instacart people will be affected more right away because they're having a piece of the pie taken out from them, and DoorDash is just benefiting. They're just going to get an extra piece of the pie, by having all these Kroger stores at their whim. I mean, is it? And the other question is, how much market share will DoorDash take from Instacart? I mean, are they going to take 5% of their Kroger business? Are they going to take 10% of their Kroger business? I mean, the problem is no one really knows. And it's going to take at least a month before you start seeing tangible things. Now, Instacart took an initial dip in their stock. Apparently, they took a 10% hit when the news came out about Doordash joining up with Kroger. Now that's been corrected. The stock price has actually come back up to where it was before the news about what was going on with Kroger. It's I mean, when I saw it, when I got the when I started looking this stuff up to have something to talk about, I was just surprised, that this was happening. I mean, I found out by accident. I mean, literally, I got a Fred Meyer offer, and that's how I even knew that DoorDash was going to work for Kroger. Had no idea even before that. I mean, but the news is pretty new. The thing came out like September 29th for an October 1st start with the Kroger. But I think they're kind of doing the soft launch where you're gonna, they're not gonna do the big advertisement. They're gonna just kind of, if DoorDash customers see that Kroger's on the platform, they're gonna go, oh, okay, they're here now. So I guess man, I can't even read that. It says, do you like what I can't even read that. For some reason the chat's so small I can't even read the thing. I lost my concentration. Whatever. I just thought it was a fascinating topic to talk about because I put out a short earlier today, and it went, it got a lot of views right away. I mean, I had it. From what I understood from what AI was telling me about the short I put out, it was a lot of initial watching of the short, but no real controversy. I guess people don't find DoorDash kind of encroaching on Instacart's territory in a way. I guess people don't find that very interesting. To me, it's interesting because it's right in my field. I mean, I've been doing gig economy work for the last 11 years. And I've basically been merged over the years. When I was working for Postmates and Caviar, Postmates got bought out by Uber Eats, but I didn't qualify to be on Uber Eats platform. And then with Caviar, they got bought out by DoorDash, and then I just started working for them. Just kind of one into the other. That's kind of how I've ended up here. I guess I just kind of wonder how much money an average Instacart driver is going to lose when DoorDash gets the ball rolling and they start taking orders. I don't know if it's going to be 5% or 10%, or whether they're going to be affected at all. I don't know whether there's going to be an encroachment on the market share at all. I don't think we'll really even know how good or bad or whatever it is for probably about 6 months. I think probably around May or June of 2026, when they do the second quarter reports, you'll find out if, DoorDash took a sizable chunk from Instacart, and you'll find out if Instacart lost a chunk of money in the process when DoorDash came on board. I just think it's too early to say anything on how much they're going to be affected. But I mean, personally, I'll know in the next month, because if I see a massive increase in Fred Meyer and QFC orders, then I'll know, at least in my area, that Instacart people will be affected greatly. Now, Instacart is probably one of the few platforms that I haven't worked for. And I don't know why. I mean, I've worked for everybody else. I mean, I've done Amazon Flex. I mean, I've done Roadie. I mean, I've done all these other ones, but I've never done Instacart. I don't even know why. I didn't know if I didn't qualify. I didn't know if it was fully saturated in the area. I have no idea. You know what? Maybe this live chat was a mistake. You know, because I think what I was looking for is more engagement. I wanted, because I'm genuinely interested in finding out how DoorDash people feel about getting stuff added to their platform. I'm genuinely interested on how much Instacart shoppers think they're going to end up losing when DoorDash starts doing these Fred Meyer and Kroger and QFC orders. I mean, I'm curious about all of that, but I guess the problem is that we won't really know until probably 6 months from now, when, all the shopping, when there's a bigger data set to work from. You know what? Screw this. This live chat was a mistake. I'm just not getting, I'm not getting what I want from this. I wanted more engagement. I feel like now I'm not getting the kind of engagement tonight. So I think I'm going to call it short. So that's it. Thanks. Bye.